This installation guide is for a Chevrolet Traverse. The part installed in this video is a Draw-Tite model number 75528 Hitch. You will need the tools seen here to complete this installation.
Hey, what's up you guys? Putting a trailer hitch on your Chevy Traverse can take you and your family to some pretty cool places, like out on a lake for a boat ride or out on some trails for mountain bike riding or quad riding. It can also tow a U-Haul trailer to just about anywhere in North America. Let's go ahead and break this hitch down and get you and your family outdoors. So right out of the box, we have a 2-inch receiver hitch, weighs about 24 pounds, has a nice round tube stylish design. We have a couple attachment points up here to mount to the vehicle's frame. We've got also, you'll see a tab welded here. This is going to be mounting brackets for the bumper beam. One thing I also want to point out is we have a tab welded here. This is a wiring bracket. So you can mount a 7-round or a 4-flat to this once you're done with the install. I'll go ahead and show you the driver's side as well. You have the frame bracket here and 2 attachment points. Okay, let's go ahead and get the vehicle prepped for this hitch install. Okay, the vehicle manufacturer definitely had a hitch in mind when they were making this vehicle. You can see that they put a cool hitch door right here so that you can take on and off whenever you're using your hitch. To take this off, we're simply going to just turn the fastener here and here. We're just going to turn them level with the bumper and pry out. We'll go ahead and do that now. You can see that there's a couple tabs here that it slots right into the top of the fascia here. We're moving over to the passenger side, just above the exhaust here. You can see the 2 attachment points here for the hitch. And we'll need to lower the exhaust a little bit just so we can get some working room in here. To lower the exhaust, we need to take this rubber exhaust hanger loose, and that's just taking it off of the exhaust rod, just pulling it out. We have one more on the other side here. I'll point that out for you. Same thing, just pull it back. It'll come right out. To take these down, I'm gonna go ahead and spray some soapy water on here. It just makes it a little easier to slide out. And then there's a couple different ways you can pull these out. You can pull them out just by hand. I'll be using some exhaust pliers here. Just makes it a little bit simpler. Okay, we'll spray some lubricant or soapy water on that exhaust hanger and rod. There's a couple different ways you can pull these out. You can pull them out just by hand. If you're going to do it that way, be careful because your hand can slip and there are sharp objects under here. You can cut yourself pretty good. Okay, you can see that gives us about 2 or 3 more inches of room here to get our tools in to tighten the hitch down. Okay, now that we have the exhaust lowered, I'm going to go ahead and raise the hitch up into position. If you don't have another set of hands, that's okay. We can use the exhaust as support. It's strong enough. So I'll raise the passenger side up, have the exhaust support it, and I'll raise the driver's side up, and I'll put a bolt in to support it here, and then move back over to the passenger side and put the hardware in there. And then lastly, we'll put the 2 bumper beam bolts in and tighten her down. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, we have the passenger side of the hitch supported on the exhaust. Now I'll just raise this up to the frame here. Line the holes up. We'll get our bolts put into the weld nuts. As you can see, I'm putting the teeth of the conical washer into the hitch. Now with the driver's side supported, we're going to move over to the passenger side here and get our provided bolts into the frame weld nuts here. Okay, I'm going to leave these loosely installed so I can put the bumper beam bolts into the bumper beam here. This vehicle can come with either weld nuts in the frame or without weld nuts in the frame. This one did not come with weld nuts in the frame, and that's okay because the hitch manufacturer gave us handle nuts that we can feed through the rectangular hole here and use that as an attachment point. These handle nuts can bend how we like them so that it can sit flush on the frame. We are also going to put a spacer in between the hitch and the bumper beam. There's just a little bit of space there left over, so this will get sandwiched in between, and that'll be placed right above the hitch tab here. Now we'll put our handle nut in, and we'll put the bolt and provided conical tooth washer in. And you can see that the teeth of the washer are facing up so that it will contact the hitch. And once we get the handle nut and the bolt lined up here, we'll just spin it on, and there we go. I'll swing over and do the driver's side as well. Okay, now that we've got that guy snugged up a little bit, you'll see that the handle nuts have their handles still sticking out here. There's many things that you can do with them. You can cut them, you can bend them around to hide them. I usually just tuck them up here, bend them up a little bit, and put it behind the plastic piece here. I do that on both sides. It stays out of the way and unseen. There we go. Now I'll just grab a socket here and we'll get these bolts torqued down, and then we'll move over to the frame bolts. Okay, the 2 1/2-inch fasteners going into the bumper beam here need to be torqued down to 50 foot-pounds. As soon as you hear that click, you'll know we're at the correct torque. I did use a 3/4 inch socket and a 5-inch extension to tighten the 2 center bolts down. Moving over to the frame bolts, I'm going to switch over to an 18mm socket. And they do need to be torqued down to 92 foot-pounds. Got it. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and tighten up the passenger side frame bolts here. Again, 18mm socket and 92 foot-pounds. I'm going to start with the most rear bolt. Okay. To get the most forward bolt, I'm going to take our extension off because we're directly above the exhaust. Okay, the last thing that we need to do is raise the exhaust back up and get it back on the hangers. Be a little tricky sometimes. There we go. Okay, exhaust is back into place. Let's take a look at our hitch. Wow, this hitch came out really nice. You can see that it will be completely hidden once you put the door back on here. Let's go ahead and go over some of the features of the hitch. We'll start with the 2-inch receiver here. It is 2 inches by 2 inches all the way around. We have the safety chain loops here. That's for when you're towing a trailer. It keeps you from, if it ever gets disconnected, the chains will catch the trailer and keep it from going off down the road. Next, we'll talk about the weight ratings here. We've got 5,000 max gross trailer weight, 750 pounds tongue weight. Tongue weight is what's the weight that is going to be pushing down right here. Next, we have the 5/8 inch pin and clip hole, or it can be used for a locking device as well. And then again, we have the wiring bracket here. This can be used for 4 flats, 5 flats, or 7 rounds. Whatever you're going to be towing, it can be mounted right here. And that's going to be it for the Chevy Traverse hitch. Thank you for watching.
Once installed, this hitch will measure 18.5 inches from the top inside of the receiver to the ground, 5.5 inches from the pinhole to the end of the bumper, and 3.5 inches from the end of the receiver to the end of the bumper. To learn more about the products seen in this video or to schedule an installation by U-Haul Hitch Professional, visit us online today at uhaulhitches.com.